Hello and welcome. This will be the update on what this mod changes and what it does, and how you can find out that information for yourself once you get the mod. So, the easiest way, you just hit escape, and they have a thing here that says mod info. For some reason, they don't have this on the website, or at least if they did, I couldn't find it. So here it is. The obvious stuff, new skills and visuals. I believe they have animated previews for this. I think it might even be in this category somewhere, one of these sections. Um, Over 100 new unique set and runeword items added, new monsters and levels, redesigned UI theme, in-game menu for mod info, runewords, and recipes, and more. So you can find all that information, I believe, in here instead of having to go online to get it, which is very useful. You get increased storage. I can actually show that now. I won't be using any of the shared tabs for this run, but oh, I closed it. You can see you get quite a few different tabs. Probably have to empty those out. Those are mostly junk. Back to the mod info. Storage bag system for holding gems, runes, keys, and organs. I believe that's where is it? This thing here. I think it has unlimited room or something like that. But I haven't needed it yet. Kill Death Tracker, also used for exclusive item recipes. I believe, again, that is this thing here. I'm getting 80 plus mana from it, which is actually pretty nice. Color dyes, change color of any item. I haven't checked that out yet, but that sounds kind of nice. New characters start with replenishing tomes, keys. Yeah, that's given right at the beginning. You start with the skill, shield, and the cube. Well, that's not exactly accurate because as a necromancer, I started with nothing. I had the shield and the cube and the sword and no skill. Sorcerer starts with an orb instead of a staff. New characters start with 10 additional base stats. I actually didn't check that, so that might be true. Gambling item pool greatly increased. Mercenary Changes. All mercs have 6 skills. Each act receives a unique aura, access to all equipment slots, advanced stats shown in main panel, will use basic attack much less often, always within one level of your characters when hiring, experience gain increased by 25 to 30%. Mercenaries no longer have subtypes, excluding Act 5 Merc. Max resurrect cost is now 5,000. Level changes. Many multi-dungeons have been reduced in level count, but increased in size. So if something had 5 floors, it might only have 2 now, but they increase the size, and it just seems a lot better, less tedious. 100 levels added after Bale, Torment Trials. Cow level monster density increased. Bloodmore monster density and champion packs increased, which you'll definitely see if you increase the player count to 8 to boost the XP, which should be in the options here, I think. Gameplay. Right here. Difficulty scaling. I just cranked that thing right up. This is an offline mod, but you can do that, and later on there's a way where you can get AI NPC characters and form a party offline. Where was I now? Level changes. Underground areas have increased size and more champion packs. Waypoint added for the secret cow level. Waypoint added for the Chaos Sanctuary. Monster changes. Corpse explode damage reduced to 50% to 25%. Nightmare 35 to 15, and Hell 20 to 10. Act bosses have a higher chance of dropping set items. Act bosses will always drop an essence for your first kill. Countess always drops at least 2 runes. Countess Nightmare and Hell drop rate increased. Reduced Serpent charge damage by 25%. Reduced Viper Bone spear damage by 50%. Reduced Will-O-Wisp damage by 50%. Reduced Burning Dead archer damage by 50%. Reduced other ranged skeleton damage by 25%. Stat changes. New stats that increase per base stat invested. Open wounds per strength. Corpse explode damage from enemies reduced. That's a lot to go through here, and it's kind of bugged. So I'm going to leave that one out for this video. Increased strength, dexterity, vitality, energy by XX. Area damage, effect, splash. Okay, so some of these things aren't really a big change here, but this is important. Increase summons attack, health, and speed, and increase max summon count. That's going to be useful for summoner builds, such as this Necro. Reduce cooldown duration of skills. Increase curse duration, increase curse radius. Difficulty changes. Primeval damage to mercs changed. Normal 50%. Mercs will live longer. Wait, do I change that here? Is that... Okay, you can change these settings here, I guess. XP loss reduced from 5% to 3% and 10 to 5 on Nightmare and Hell, respectively. UI changes. Darker and more compact theming for all panels. Character stats page redesigned for improved readability. Advanced stats integrated into main stats panel. Experience bar now has percentage indicators. Integrated mod menu to show overall mod changes. Animated skill previews for all class skills. Full in-game cube recipe menu. Advanced in-game runeword menu with mouse over stats. Terror zone waypoint visuals redesigned. Quality of life. Players start with a Horadric cube. Runes cannot be removed from items without being destroyed. Arrows, bolt thrown weapons, not potions have increased stacks. Reduce cost of all items by 20%. Reduce gambling cost by 80%. Item level, eye level display is now on any item that it matters. And yeah, launcher options, one-click mod updates. You can force regen in the map. I'll just leave that up there. Anyone that's watching this can go through it. They can just pause. I'm gonna go to the next tab here. Kills, deaths, and charm weights will affect these stats. Plus to all skills. Huh. Grants 1 to max HP percentage for every 10,000 kills, no max. 1 spell combat and summoning power for every 500,000 kills. So this would be how you get your summoning power then. Plus 1 all skills for every 1 million kills. Is that right? 1% every death. Wow. Charm weight modifiers start with 80% mana regen, then penalize 1% for every weight used. Start with 40% faster run walk, then penalized 1% for every weight used. Plus 3 to all skills and penalized as follows. I'm gonna have to check what my weight is later to see what my penalty is. Major changes. Enabled socketing for the following item types. Many new stats. 0 skills mechanics added. Case throwing got 4 sockets. Boots 3, gloves 3, belt 2, jewelry 1. 94 new unique items added. More coming in beta. 9 new sets with 26 more set items added. 27 new runewords added. Runewords can be made with any socket count using jewels to fill extra slots. Jewels first. That's nice to know. Item enhancement system for upgrading item stats in exchange for required level increases. Item forging system for creating new, unique set items from unwanted unique sets. Storage bag system that holds all your gems, runes, keys, and organs. So that would be the storage bag in the inventory. Jewels and charms can be re-rolled using gems directly from your storage bag. Item types. Many new class-specific item types added. Amazon circlets, assassin boots, assassin cloaks, barbarian belts, druid armors, paladin crowns, sorcerer's gloves. Many existing item types have been converted. Clubs are now druid branches. Crystal swords are now spell blades. The menu's kind of bugged here for me. Two-handed swords are now assassin katanas. Throwing knives are assassin only. Military picks are now necro sickles. Mauls are barb hammers. Great axes are barb axes, and wands are necromancer only. Bows and crossbows are now the same type, bows. Arrows and bolts are now the same type, quivers. Spears and polearms are now the same type, spears. Quivers can now roll as any item quality and cost 1 gold. Amazon spears removed. All assassin claws now have the chance for staff mods. That's interesting. Itemization. Increased drop chance of higher runes. Rune level requirements for low and mid runes have been lowered. Quivers, tomes, and throwing weapons have max quantity of 500 and replenish quantity, which is nice. Weapons now display item types and true speed with other basic info. All relevant items show the item level next to the item name. Increased max sockets for many items and at lower levels. Experience percentage added to many low-level uniques for faster leveling. So you get increased experience gain from some of the uniques. On to the rune changes. Due to the increased socket counts, the following changes have been made. I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but I will leave it up. You can pause it here and read through. And I'll scroll down to get the rest. And that would be the changes. And we'll go on to the monsters now. Diablo's minions and victims alike have fallen into torment. All color drained from their lifeless souls, forever trapped. They fear nothing, feel nothing, as the ice slowly consumes them. Alright, so these are the new monsters and changes. Andaraku, Putrid Herald of Darkness. An evil being that has been twisted and misshapen by the corpses she's consumed. She desires nothing but to feed on flesh and feed her spawning brood. Izul the Forsaken, Corrupted Firelord. Once a force against evil, now corrupted by the Primeval's resurrected powers, even they dare not enter his territory now. Truly forsaken by all beings now. Urka, Soul-Torn Puppet Master. Imbued with ancient dark magic, the headless demon controls the souls of the fallen. His blood has turned purple after consuming the blood of so many humans. I guess these are new bosses, or mini-bosses. Queen Sindred, Lady of Corruption. The power of the great resurrection has tainted this demon of terror. Only bits of flesh remain, the rest consumed by the fire of hatred. The Domer, Breaker of Realms, the master of the arcane dimensional magic, bending the realms to do his bidding. His overflow of magic causes flames to spontaneously engulf him. Anu Barak, Nightmare of the Horadric. Enraged during the maelstrom of chaos, it has absorbed untold power. Losing all intellect and reason, it now only knows the hunt. Raku Ranth, Demon Swordmaster. The sword experts that have trained in the arts of execution, their skin turned to an undead white after the great resurrection. There's a lot of these guys. Kelthir, Battle Master of the Arms. Deadly with any weapon, his beast-like ferocity and speed have only increased, their skin turning black after human blood has soaked into their very being. Brizzlepaw, Tainted Bear King. Once loyal to the druids, now malformed into a tool of evil, battle-hardened and created without fur, all know the king. Vajiko Mutated Leaper. Bestowed great size and speed has enabled it to be a deadly minion, its tormented soul making it become more erratic and lethal. So these are, I guess, the new monsters or mini-bosses. And then onto the levels. Torment Trials. Randomly generated dungeon with 50 levels and 50 sub-levels. No teleport, no waypoints, only the Trial of Torment before you. Entrance is accessible via the World Stone, top left, after Bale. Icy Hell. Preset sublevels found in the Torment Trials, unique bosses with endgame drops, and unique runewords. Be bold, be careful, it's a long run back to your body. So that's what you get out of here. The other thing you get, you can open your cube, and you get this Show Cube Recipes thing, which you can click, and it brings up another tab. So you have your standard quest cube recipes. And then you get some other stuff for like Portal to Ubers and Tristram and all that. Potions. I'm just going to scroll through this, and you can pause the video at any point and read it over. On to custom. Okay, so here's the color dyes. I'm assuming we can buy the color dyes from Erdime later or something. And then down to blood contracts. And then onto the upgrades. And I'll be honest, I haven't had a lot of experience with all of the stuff that's in here. I haven't gotten too far into this mod yet, but I will be doing the full playthroughs. And hopefully I'll get to get more into this and do more of these recipes. It doesn't say here if this is going to be the same unique weapon or not. I'm assuming it would be, I guess. Alright, and then on to crafting. I really wish this wasn't bugged, but sadly it is. Here's the life leech. Extra life, life regen, or life leech. Towel, ruby, and a belt. I could probably just start doing some of that for my mercenary to keep him alive longer. This one we got mana regen, max mana, and mana leech. Safety, we get reduced physical damage, reduced magic damage that's taken, 5 to 10% lightning resist, or 10 to 32 defense. Early on, reducing the magic damage that you take is actually really useful, especially on melee builds. So when I do maybe a barbarian, I might actually go down that route. Alright, on to the Runewords. So here, it'll give you the Runewords, it'll tell you the item type, and it will tell you the runes you need, and it's pretty self-explanatory. And I will be checking that out in a little bit because I have to give my mercenary something. Forsaken Pacts. Now this, I'm not 100% sure what this is all about. I'm guessing you combine a couple different uniques to get this. Maybe you put them in the Horadric cube and transmute it, and then you get something else out of it. Or maybe it's a whole set. Oh, okay. I think I know what this is. So there are set items in this, and there's a different version of it, I guess. So there'll like be two different Saigon sets, maybe with the same name, but different stats. This would be like the exceptional version, I guess. I think that's what that is. Okay, so that's basically all the mod info that is in here. You get increased storage space. You get shared tabs that you can... So if I wanted to, I could throw something in my shared tab that I found maybe for a different class or whatever, and then I could use it like this here, the paladin. I'm not a paladin, so I could throw this on my shared tab, make a paladin, and then grab it out of here if that's what I wanted to do. That's pretty nice. You can also share gold by the looks of it. I got lots of gold there. Which reminds me, I should probably deposit that before I lose it. You got your quality of life bag, which should give you unlimited storage. You just cube that with the item and it will go into the bag. And you got your statue of Mythos, or Mythos, and that will be your kill tracker, and the more kills you get some benefits out of it. This is the easier to read character stats panel. Damage dealt by the select skill. Oh, so that's actually nice. It will tell you different things up there, so... it doesn't really tell you the summons damage, I guess. Mercenary. You can actually give your mercenary quite a few different things in this. And now I have to go through and see what kind of rune words I can make. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.